So maybe do you have some message to the Polish volleyball fans?
Well, the Polish volleyball fans are the best fans in the world, honestly.
Can you do it in Polish?
Okay, wait 1 second.
No problem.
Polish kibice jest najlepsze kibice święta.
What's up, volleyball fans? My name is Piotr Siekierski. This is another podcast, Volley Time. Our today's guest is Mr. Robbert Andringa, the Dutchman. Hi, how are you, Robert?
I'm pretty good, thank you. How are you?
I'm glad to have you on the mic. Thank you, sir. So I know already that you were in your hometown. You have visited your family because you have finished the season. So how was it in Netherlands?
Well, you know, when you spend most of the time of the year away from your home, from your family and friends, it's always good to be back. And honestly, I spent the last week on a small holidays in Spain, so even better. But all is okay. All is good.
Okay. Do you have some more plans for holidays, for vacation?
Not well. Obviously in the summer, but I will start next week to practice with the national team for the upcoming VNL. So this week, the past week was the holiday for now to recharge a little bit after the season, and now we get back to the volleyball.
Okay, yeah, it was a pretty short holiday, I think. Wasn't it too short for you?
Well, I never had, I think, 2 weeks between the last game of the season and the first practice with the national team, so I'm pretty happy with this. But yeah, it's always a crazy schedule. I think the last few years it got more awareness about everybody in the world, in the volleyball world, and which I think is good because some of the teams that play for the finals of the championship and then the Champions League finals, it's a really short off season. I think we are the only sport in the world without a real off season. So yeah, it's pretty hard, but our passion, I think. So in the end, everybody might be complaining about the time and the short time of difference and everything, but everybody is still showing up because everybody likes volleyball. So
yeah, sure. How would you like to rest? Yeah, do you prefer active holiday, or
no.
Would you like to lay down over the bed and take a cocktail with a small umbrella?
I'm the one who wants to lay on the beach.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds
some active stuff, because when you're, I don't know, for example, in some part of the world where you've never been before, you need to do some exploring, some sightseeing. But most of the time, you can find me on the beach.
Yeah. Okay. So the deck chair and the cocktails.
Exactly.
Okay. Do you have some kind of a point where you meet all the players meet together and you start a practice, or the first week maybe will be something like to meet new people in the national team? How it's gonna look like in your national team?
So our the players who are were done the fastest, they will start this week. Wednesday, this will be the first day of the practice. But I think because I'm a little bit older now, I can have a few more days of rest. So I will start next Tuesday and just directly start with practice. I think this week they will start with with some new guys, the younger boys, the guys who just arrived to the national team, and some from the junior team, I think. And then I think from the next week, the more older guys will start to come in.
Okay, I understand. So let's move back to Olsztyn because you already finished your season. It was your 5th season in Olsztyn. You have finished on the 6th place. Was it a success? Was it a failure? Did you have appetite for something bigger? We know already that the semi-final was very, very close.
I think if you said before the season that we would end in the 6th place, that everybody would be like, oh, that would be a good season for us. But like you said, the quarterfinal, we were really, really close in the tiebreaker with Skra. And 2 points. The 2 point can fall to our side, and we are in the semi-final, so we can fight for the medal. So I don't think the season is a failure. Definitely not, because well, we had some trouble. Some not the most easy season. We had some changes in the staff and changes with players and everything. So I think we can be satisfied. Not satisfied. I think it was possible to do more. As we show, we were 2 points away, but in the end, I think that especially that game, the third one in Bełchatów, that was a really high level from both sides, from both teams. And yeah, unfortunately in sport, there's also always one winner and the other one loses. So unfortunately, it was us this time. But yeah, I think we can look back on a good season. Yeah.
What kind of experience brings this kind of loss, like in the fifth set of Bełchatów? Yeah, in Bełchatów. Yeah. Do you think that can be raised in the future? That you can put this loss into something successful in the next season, for example?
Well, honestly, the feeling after the game was really strange, because obviously we were sad that we lost, but I don't think we were disappointed, because we played, I think, our best game of the season when we needed to play our best game. And to realize that, I think we can be proud of how we played, but still there's little bit of there's one small point always stays with you, and these kind of games are the games you want to play. You want to play this kind of high level games with a lot of emotion, with a lot of pressure. For the future, I don't know, but I know that I want to be in that kind of game more times. So that's something I look forward to, and something I will work hard for in the next season.
After second game in quarterfinal in Iława, many experts said that, okay, so now you are burned out, and the third game will be probably 3-0 for Bełchatów, but you have shown a passion, you have shown a great game, and as you said, it was one of your best games in the whole season. Do you think is there a one point where you could do something better, or it was just a bad of luck?
Well, I think you saw the game. We were under pressure in reception all the game, because Badipur served amazing, Atanasiewicz served amazing, Bieniek served amazing, and we were trying to survive this service. And I think we did a really good job of that compared to the game before. By break, I think we were leading 10-7 or 10-8, and we couldn't score side out. The cross float, and we had a good reception. We didn't suffer bad pass. The reception was good, but we couldn't close the side out. And I think if we make the first ball of that, maybe it's another story of the game.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Unfortunately for you, the game was lost. But as you said, there were many small things which have happened during the whole season. Yeah, the COVID stuff. Yeah, the injuries. Loss of Mayhem Salehi also, and as you said, trainer swap. Yeah, what was the worst moment of the season for you guys?
Well, I think definitely like around December, because then we understand that Mayhem will need the surgery, so he have to leave. He will leave the team, and then everything happened. What happened with Marco Bonittą, who left the team, and in that moment came at one moment. So I think definitely the beginning of December was our toughest time.
Mm-hmm. Okay, as you said, Marco Bonittą was replaced by Javier Weber. So there were some rumors that in media that there was a kind of fighting scene on the training ground. Yeah, can you confirm it?
What was I will not say that it happened or that it didn't happen. I will not confirm or deny, but there was an incident. Yeah. I would not say the start of everything, but it was like the conclusion.
Okay, right, understand. So, so because of this accident, do you think it was the main reason why Marco Bonittą left the team?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. How would you rate this whole season? Yeah, would you agree that Plus Liga was the very equal during the whole season, and was it the strongest Plus Liga you have played with?
I think so. In my opinion, yeah. I think a lot of teams. Okay, you have Jastrzębie and Zaksa, who I think were a little bit above everybody else. But under those two teams, I think it was a big group of teams who are similar in the level, and you had to really play a good game to beat them. Even like Lublin, who didn't finish really high, but for me they were a good team, a strong team. Same with Suwałki, they almost didn't change. They didn't change a lot compared to the last year, but they were struggling a little bit this season for I don't know which reasons, but it was never an easy game this season, and I wouldn't say that it was in the previous years an easy game somewhere, but there were some games in that time that were not as high level as I think we had all this season.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have spoken with Oskar Kaczmarczyk, so the director and trainer in Aluron, CMC Zawiercie, and he said something like that the current Plus Liga is something like that you can't surpass the worst team, let's say, because if you show your lack of confidence or lack of skills or anything else, this let's say worst team gonna beat you like a piranhas, and it's gonna eat you alive. So every game actually was very important, and on a very high, maybe not every game was on a very high level, but you couldn't surpass the game. Let's say that you're a favorite, so you need to, as you said, so you're a favorite, so we're gonna beat these guys. No, every game was a tough one.
It was, for example, we played in Nisa, and we didn't play our best game, maybe one of our worst games, but not bad. And they beat us pretty easy, I would say, in 4 sets. So finished last in the ranking. They were a really strong team. I mean, if Bentala start to play, it was untouchable because he jumps incredibly high. So it was never easy this season.
Right. What Javier Weber has brought to the team? What has changed? Yeah, was it a mindset approach? Yeah, did you feel the difference between Marcos Bonittá's methods and Javier Weber's?
Yeah, a lot.
Okay, what kind of differences were that?
Javier was more positive in his approach.
Okay.
We worked way more on defense and block defense than we did with Marco, I think. He directly, when he arrived, he started to teach us his system of play. I'm sorry. He has some in block defense. He have a specific system. Beginning of when he arrived, the first practice, he tried to teach us that, and I think in the end of the season it was showing because we were really, really strong in block defense. Maybe we didn't take so many kill blocks, but we touched so many balls in block and defense that it was, I think, not easy to score against us. And I think that's in the beginning of the season we didn't have that much focus or emphasis on defense compared to when Javier arrived.
Mm-hmm. Do you think that is it possible to increase this kind of skills for the next season? That you will be untouchable in defense?
I hope so. I hope so. For sure, we have more time with Javier, so we have really understand, really learn how he wants us to play. So I hope. I think in the last part of the season we were pretty good, and if we can make another step forward, that would be really nice.
Mm-hmm. Okay. How big impact on the final result had the fact that you have played in Iława instead of your own sports hall, Urania in Olsztyn?
Well, I don't know if you saw it, but we couldn't play there at all. Maybe the temperature was the same when the roof was there and when the roof is not. But honestly, I don't know because but we didn't practice there, so maybe we are not as used to our home gym as the other teams. But for me, it didn't make a really big difference, I think.
Okay. Next season will be your sixth in Poland, and please share some thoughts of what makes Olsztyn so great place to play volleyball.
Well, that's a good question. I like the city, the environment. Downtown, it's there's a lot of nature around, which is really nice to just take off the mind from volleyball, just to relax a little bit.
Yeah, there are many lakes inside the city. Yeah, I think 11 or 14, but I'm not sure. But yeah, a lot, as you said.
Well, I saw maybe 2 or 3. I think I always go to the same one.
Still something to explore.
Well, definitely. Sorry, I think it's
No
problem. Every year of my 5 years, we arrive with a good coach. Sometimes in the end of the season, sometimes he is there from the beginning of the season. So also that's why I think there wasn't the need to change because the coaches changed almost every season. So every year was another story, another coach, another approach of his work. So yeah, it's Plus Liga is one of the best leagues in Europe. So volleyball in Poland is amazing. So for me, that makes that combination of the city and the league and the country and makes everything in Olsztyn very good for me.
Mm-hmm. Do you have some private plans for about next season, or is it too early to speak about it? Because probably there's gonna be some changes in the roster. But do you have already back in your mind that yeah, we're gonna do we want to make a step forward, yeah, from 6th place maybe up to 5th or even higher. So do you think about it right now, or is it too early?
Not really, because now start the national team season, so it's more focused for that. But obviously, you want to do what we did last year. That's, I think, everybody wants.
Right.
Except the champions, of course, they want to make the same. But no, I think towards the end of the season we will think more. The summer we will speak. I will speak more with Javier for sure about that, about how everything will go, and then then we'll see. But for the moment, it's like this part was more to recover a little bit after the season and start to look forward to the national team.
Do you know already is this beach volleyball Grand Prix will be in the part of preparation, or do you as a player know it already?
I think yeah.
Is it scheduled right?
I think the schedule is scheduled in August, I think.
Okay, right.
This pre-zero
Grand Prix, yeah, right.
Right. I think it's organized in August.
Okay, so as you said at the beginning of our interview, there was not so much time to take a rest because in the next week you'll start preparation for VNL. So and what is the main goal for Netherlands in VNL? So would you like to show the best volleyball as you can, or do you have some? Yeah, but do you have some let's say main goal that you would like to fight for these final 6 in Bologna?
But I think for us, in the end, that I think for everybody to win as many games as possible.
Right.
To be realistic, I think we should focus on doing better than last year. Last year was our first time in VNL in a long time. Okay, it was a little bit strange situation with the bubble and everything, but I think we should focus on playing better than we did last year instead of the result.
Okay, so the main tournament in this year is a World Championship in Slovenia and Poland. So what will be the success for Netherlands team?
I didn't think about that yet. Last World Championship, we arrived at 7th or 8th, I think. So that's a pretty good result for us. I think we surprised a few people in that tournament where unfortunately it wasn't there. But I don't know. It's difficult to talk about that now. To speak about the goal where I didn't see the team yet, so it's a little strange too. Okay,
I got it. So, Robert, please tell me, because in the 90s, the Netherlands team was one of the best in the world. And do you know, and can you share some thoughts about it? So, what has happened that now you're currently on the 15th on the FIFA ranking? So, what should Netherlands do to increase their volleyball?
That's a difficult question. Obviously, after the Succes, I think the federation expected a little more. That because of the Succes, the boys will start to play volleyball. In the Netherlands, football is by far the biggest sport. So especially boys, they will start to play football when they are 4 or 5 years old. Volleyball, I think for a start is 6 or 7 here. So it's to compete with a sport where they already can play 2, maybe 3 years. And obviously football is more easy. Let's be honest. I mean, you kick to a ball and
it's for a goal.
You play football. Volleyball is way more difficult, way more technical. So I think it's normal that it's a little bit later when the kids are a little bit older. But I think if you can find a way to get boys, especially boys, because for the girls it's big sport here, but for boys to come to volleyball a little bit more early, I think that can be a big help in the future.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you, how hard is to play volleyball in Netherlands? Because from the statistics side, you as a Dutch people, you are the tallest guys in Europe. Yeah, so it should be a bit easier to play volleyball or basketball. So do you think to inviting younger people to the volleyballs kind of academies will be a good idea?
I think that can help definitely. What I think boys want to smash more, want to spike, because for volleyball it's the most fun part.
Right.
And the way it's organized now here, the youngest kids, they just throw and catch the ball and they build up from that. So maybe if you can start a little bit faster to spike, that can be a big help to get boys more involved in volleyball from a younger age.
So actually, we didn't know much about Netherlands volleyball. So how would you describe the Netherlands? How would you describe the volleyball in your country? So you got a professional league, or is that kind of a semi-pro league? How would you describe it?
I would say it's semi-pro. There may be one or two teams with professionals, but that's it. The rest of the teams, they are semi-pro.
Okay, understand. Okay, is there any chance to develop the league and to turn it more into professional league?
I hope so. Because I think it's for me it's the best sport in the world. So I hope that when I stop eventually that the sport will be in a better place. But it's all about money, and in this moment in volleyball in Netherlands, there's not so much money.
Okay.
And you can. I think you can only start to think about development when you have a solid base. And for the moment, they are still working very hard to make this base.
And how do you think where should people from volleyball work in Netherlands looking for this money? Because as you said, without money you can't develop so much. Yeah.
Well, first of all, we need to make some good results again. I think because that's the best tool, marketing wise. I think to put volleyball on the map, on the sport map, and after it would be to the people who have more information about money and about contracts and this kind of stuff.
Okay. So Robert, because you play in Poland 6 years already. You're gonna play 6 seasons in Poland. So do you miss something from your country?
No, well, cheese.
and the weed.
Oh, I don't know. No. Actually,
just a joke.
Weed, no weed. Cheese and my peanut butter. I'm really specific guy for peanut butter, and we have one.
Okay.
I know you can buy in Poland the creamy peanut butter, but it's not my peanut butter. So every time when my girlfriend or some of my family or friends are coming over, they will bring me peanut butter. So this is very, very good.
Okay.
They're really specific. I know.
Okay. What is so specific in this peanut butter?
I don't know. I grew up with it from when I'm very young.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, the taste of the childhood, right?
Exactly.
Okay. So, Robert, did you ever think about to change the position from outside hitter into libero?
No.
No? It's never gonna happen. You wanna smash balls.
Exactly. I'm maybe not the best attacker, but I still like it, you know.
Come on. Yeah. But we got one more question from one of our fans. So he wanted to ask you about having a Polish passport, because I think it's possible right now. So did you ever think about it?
Not really, because the main reason I think for make this is to travel more easy. I know that, for example, Emila Tebaripur have done that,
right?
And for him, I understand, because it's more easy to travel in Europe with this Polish passport without all the visa and extra paperwork.
Right.
For me, that isn't necessary. And I still want to play for the national team here, because I still feel Dutch, even if I'm 6 years in Poland. So no, I didn't really think about it.
Okay.
About it.
Robert, how do you think who's gonna win the World Championship in September?
Yeah.
Netherlands.
Why not?
Do you have some other favorites?
Well, I think the classic favorites will still be there. France as the Olympic champion, Poland as the world champion, Brazil will be there. I think the USA will be there, close to fight, and maybe one or two surprise.
Right. Okay. Yeah. It's gonna be fun for sure. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. So, Robert, do you have some favorite Polish dish already after all these years in Poland?
Well, you guys make the best soup in the world, definitely.
Barszcz.
I like barszcz. Yeah, this is the Christmas soup, right? The red one.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
The red one.
I prefer Żurek though.
Oh, come on. Yeah. Right.
Yeah,
The classic one.
Żurek is a very, and I don't mean the libero. I like Żurek the libero also because I played with him 3 years, but the soup is even better. Rogi, classic.
Classic one. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Hey, that's cool. And yeah, do you miss besides cheese? Do you miss some dishes from Netherlands, or you can prepare here in Poland? How does your diet look like? I mean, do you have a kind of catering, or do you prepare the dishes by your own?
I divide by going out for dinner and cooking. I don't take catering.
Okay.
There are some restaurants in Austin where we definitely last year we were very regular.
Okay. Which one?
Definitely the Andrea. Okay. In Austin was like our headquarters. I would even say we spent a lot of time there because the food is really really good, and the people who work there, they are really really nice. So we spend there a lot of time. But the kitchen, the Dutch kitchen compared to Polish kitchen is not so much different, because our standard meal in the evening would be maybe some cutlet.
Yes, cutlet.
Yeah, some boiled potato and some vegetables. So that's pretty similar to what Poland is.
Okay.
So, food-wise, I don't miss too much, except peanut butter.
Except peanut butter from my childhood. Okay,
exactly.
Robert, do you know already some Polish words after all these years? And would you like to learn some Polish language a bit?
Well, I asked my first season. I asked for lessons in Polish. Okay. But the club said, you don't need it. So I said, okay. So I know Polish. Yeah, I know. Obviously, I know all the bad stuff. I can order what I want in a restaurant in Polish. I can understand way more than what I can speak.
Okay.
Because I would maybe say, "Give me that." It's not really polite, but
right.
But I would put proszę behind it, and it would be all okay.
Give me that proszę. Yeah, right.
Exactly.
It's more polite than the others. Okay, so Robert, it was my last question. So I would like to say thank you very much for your time. And so maybe do you have some message to the Polish volleyball fans?
Well, the Polish volleyball fans are the best fans in the world, honestly.
Can you do it in Polish?
Okay, wait 1 second.
No problem.
Polish kibice jest najlepsze kibice święta. Święta?
Na świecie.
This is Christmas.
This is Christmas, yeah.
What? How is it?
Święta.
Well, yeah. So I tried.
Święta, it's Christmas, but if you like to say that,
the word.
The word. Świecie. Na świecie.
Na świecie. Okay. Well, this is always confusing me, because there's a lot more words that are really close, like świecie and święta.
Right.
For example, I was talking about it like 2 weeks ago. Rodziny is like
family,
family, and urodziny is like birthday.
It's birthday, all right.
So that's a little bit confusing for a non-Polish speaker, but
right.
Yeah, it's the most difficult is the sounds of the words, because especially in the beginning it all sounded the same,
right?
Like all this kind of stuff. But now I start to understand a little more. The teammate in the locker room, they can't talk about me anymore because now I understand what they will talk about me. So they should be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, and because you're captain, you get a bit more to say than the others.
Oh, exactly.
Okay, Robert, thank you for your time. It was a very big pleasure for me, and I wish you to stay healthy and good luck in VNL, and hope to see you in the World Championship.
Thanks for having me. I had a nice conversation. It was nice to have some questions and not the standard one. And so thank you for that. And I hope to see you soon.
Thank you. See you soon, buddy.
Thank you. Ciao. Oh, cześć. Pa.
Cześć.
Pa.